Hello and welcome back to the High Altitude Investing live stream. Today is the 15th of March and I'm super hyped and excited to be doing a live stream today and talking about the crypto markets. I hope you guys have had a great week and a profitable one, and I hope you guys didn't panic sell like I mentioned in my last live stream because of the opportunity that is here in crypto and what's going to happen in the up and coming weeks and months and even years for crypto, because big things are coming. Big things are coming for crypto. So let's get started here. Cool, looks like the stream health is good. Looks like everybody has the links to get started. So let's just get started. Welcome everybody. Good to see you guys tuning in. Looks like we got some viewers tuning in. Yeah, cool. So let's talk about the total crypto market cap first and foremost. So as you guys know, the total crypto market cap is worth 2.7 trillion right now, and we have a lot of bullish divergence. So we have lower lows right here on the 4-hour with the total crypto market cap, but we have higher lows on the histogram. So this is bullish histogram divergence, and there might even be bullish regular MACD divergence as well. Let's see here. Yes, there is. So not only is there histogram bullish divergence, but there's also regular bullish divergence. So we have two forms of bullish divergence here on the total crypto market cap. Now the other thing that I want to point out here is the ABC correction. You can see wave A, wave B, and wave C. So that's a perfect ABC, very similar to what happened last year when the markets pulled back. During the summer correction, we had an ABC correction, just exactly like this recent ABC correction over here is a lot like this one over here. Welcome everybody. Good to see you guys tuning in. Render update. Lou, we can get into render in just a minute. Gonna go ahead and continue covering the total market cap here to keep you guys updated and posted on the total market capitalization. So yeah, definitely a great time to be picking up crypto down here based on this ABC correction, based on people basically not knowing what to do right here. A lot of times people freak out at the bottom of these ABC corrections, and it's often really clear to see that because a lot of people give up on the market, a lot of people get fearful, and basically the bottom of wave C is the best possible opportunity to be buying crypto. There's really no better time to be buying than at the bottom of wave C. So it's usually pretty clear because a lot of people get irrational and the market is just doing a regular ABC correction. You guys, this is no different than what happened last year. No different at all, you know. So just keep looking at the charts and keep trusting the ABC corrections and the technical analysis, because they're going to make you profitable in these markets. That's what's going to make you a good trader. Professor K, what is up, my friend? Thank you for taking some time to tune in to today's live stream. Matt Otzi, woo, another live stream. Is Telcoin going to break out of this wedge? Yes. Yes, I do think Telcoin will break out of this wedge. And yes, I do think that we can update render really quick here now that we talked about the total market cap. And Professor K, I will answer your question in just a second as well. Let's pull up render here and take a look at render. So we have a bit of a wedge structure here as well. You can see with render, we have a bit of a wedge here. And what I'd kind of be looking at here is a breakout through this resistance. So we have this major downward trending resistance level. The resistance level is basically $3.50. So if we can get above that $3.50 level, then I would definitely suspect a lot more upside coming for Render. The other thing that you can see here is bullish divergence. So we have a higher low pattern on the MACD and a lower low pattern on Render. So that's on the actual price of Render. So that's bullish divergence, very strong buy signal. I definitely think we will get this kind of a breakout. There's a lot of reasons for that. Like I said, the total crypto market cap did an ABC correction. So the bottom of those ABC corrections in wave C is the best optimal time possible to be picking up those coins and to be picking up anything really if it's on the total market cap like we saw. So if you guys see those ABC corrections, definitely make sure that you take advantage of them. So do I think the stock market or dollar collapse would sink crypto with it, or will it rise? So generally the dollar collapsing has been good for crypto. So if we pull up the US dollar here, and then we do an inverse correlation here. So what you can do is you can add another chart, and let's go ahead and add Bitcoin like this. And you can see that generally speaking, the dollar crashing has been good for Bitcoin. It's not all the time, right? There's times where Bitcoin and the dollar go down together. Like right here, you can see Bitcoin and the dollar went down together. But right here, Bitcoin and the dollar had a complete inverse correlation. And right here, you can see Bitcoin went up when the dollar crashed. Right here, they kind of follow each other. So there's times where they follow each other and then times where there's a complete total inverse correlation. But mostly there's an inverse correlation. I mean, the biggest bull market that we've ever seen in terms of percentage gain was 2017. Well, not technically because Bitcoin had a 2013 bull market. But as far as like all the altcoins go, and like the biggest bull market across the board with Bitcoin and altcoins, the biggest bull market we've ever seen is 2017. And that was a time where the dollar was crashing. Now, for me personally, there's a lot of stocks actually that are super bullish right now. Super good buy opportunities. So I'm not like a big bear on the stock market like a lot of people are. I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin, on crypto as a whole, on stocks. One of my favorite stocks is actually ExxonMobil Corporation. So let's go ahead and pull this up and we'll take away Bitcoin comparison and we'll just focus purely on ExxonMobil here for just a second, like on the 1 month time frame. So ExxonMobil here, this stock is in the early phases of a market cycle. So this is technically the first sell-off of a market cycle. So this has not seen the big parabolic run that comes after the first sell-off pattern happens. Whenever you get this first sell-off, there's always the big parabolic run, the euphoric run that comes afterwards. And that euphoric run is basically where you make the most money. So the market cycle kind of looks like this. If you can buy the dip inside of that first sell-off pattern, it's always super profitable. And then you get this kind of big pump and big breakout, and that's where you go into euphoria. And then of course the market cycle has to top out, see a bull trap, and go all the way back down to support. So this is what a typical market cycle looks like. When it comes to ExxonMobil, we're really like right here in terms of where we're at in ExxonMobil's cycle. And we just barely started to break out right here. Just, you know, like right here. That's like right here, right? So we just did the first sell-off pattern for ExxonMobil, and then we just broke out of that first sell-off pattern. So this stock really still has to go into euphoria before it's done, before it tops out. And so actually a really good example of this is silver. So we'll keep ExxonMobil here, and then we'll pull up silver over here on the right. And I'll just show you kind of this comparisons here between these two cycles, because they're pretty profound. You know, that this silver is a really good example of a super clear first sell-off pattern. So here is silver over here on the right, and in its previous cycle, that happened between 2003 and 2011, the bull run part of the cycle did. And this is an example of a first sell-off pattern right here. And that's exactly what ExxonMobil just did. So the view that I personally take on the stock market is that we are actually headed into a repeat of the roaring 20s. Volatility is high right now because as the market continues to increase in value, volatility increases significantly during those times. But as a result of that volatility, we're also going to see a lot more upside, I personally believe, in the stock market before all of this is over. And so what could happen here with a lot of stocks is a strong recovery in the stock market. The dollar could go down still, the dollar currency index, but overall I'm bullish on both stocks and crypto. So again, don't read the news. Like I always say, just don't read the news, you guys. There's no point in doing that. Okay, let's see. Do you recommend any books for technical analysis? Yes, I do, actually. Technical analysis of the financial markets. Well, let me just grab them. They're right here. I'll grab them for you. So, a few books I highly recommend to read if you want to get good at technical analysis. Japanese Candlestick Charting Techniques by Stephen Nissen. I believe it's like Nissen or Nissen. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So Japanese Candlestick Charting Techniques. This is a really good book. You can learn about Heikin-Ashi candlesticks and all kinds of different stuff in here. So definitely I think this one has Heikin-Ashi. But either way, there's a lot of reversal patterns, common candlestick patterns. Very, very, very powerful book to read if you want to get good at technical analysis. Another really good book to read is Applying Elliott Wave Theory Profitability by Stephen W. Poser. So this is a really good book if you want to learn more about Elliott Wave Theory, Fibonacci relationships in Elliott waves. All of this applies to crypto as well, right? So this is a really good book for learning Elliott waves. Another good book, if you want to get good at technical analysis, Technical Analysis of the Financial Markets by John J. Murphy. So this one has a lot of good examples of price target or of patterns, not price targets, of patterns and how they work, of just like real actual markets, like examples of, different continuation patterns, different like the 3-dive pattern, all these different patterns that are, helpful for your technical analysis. So it's another great book. And then finally, Bounce Back Stronger. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Finally, Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns. This book is awesome. So this one just has a whole bunch of different chart patterns. It's by Thomas N. Bulkowski. Bulkowski, I believe is how you say his name. So it talks about the different trading patterns and their statistical probabilities. Like the head and shoulders, the neckline breakdowns, rectangle patterns. And this is all statistical probabilities as back tested in the stock market. So with crypto, you'll have to back test those probabilities again. They're going to be fairly similar to the stock market, but the probability of the patterns might be a little bit different. So you'll have to go look for those patterns and see how many times they played out and how many times it was a false breakdown or breakout. So those are the 4 top books that I'd say to read if you want to get better at technical analysis. Lucas, been down 15% the last 3 months. When can we expect upward movement? I think we just barely started a strong bullish reversal. not only for crypto, but I actually, if you're late to this stream, I was also talking about the stock market here. Here's ExxonMobil, kind of teaching a little bit about the first sell-off pattern and what can come after that first sell-off pattern. So I do think we are starting a reversal right now as we speak, Lucas. You still think with Doge being this low, it can go to a new all-time high? Absolutely, yes. Yes. Don't ever let a big crash in the market take you away from just simply buying. You know, that's the best time to buy. And fact of the matter is, the market has to have big crashes where it shakes people out of the market. That's the nature of the market, is it's going to cause pain. It's going to create a big shakeout. And oftentimes those big shakeouts are the best times to buy. You know, because when everybody thinks it's going to go lower and they all think a bear market started and nothing has changed in the charts and all of their technical, like all of the main important technical factors in terms of market cycle and all of that stuff is all the same, you just kind of have to just say, you know what? I'm going to buy people's fear, and I'm not even going to let this affect me. I'm just going to buy or hold depending on what you can do, and just let the market do its thing, you know? Light clothed. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you tuning in today. Please do H-bar. Yes, absolutely. Let's do H-bar right now. H-bar, Hedera hash graph. So yeah, H-bar had a big breakout here. And now what it's done is an expanded flat correction. So you can see 5 waves up here if we count our Elliott waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th wave here. And then we have our ABC correction down, but this is an expanded flat. So technically wave B is going to be higher than wave 5. A, B, see it's expanded up above wave 5. That's why it's called an expanded flat correction. And then you come back down right here. And honestly, the way I kind of do it when I'm looking at these trading patterns, once you know about the trading patterns, if you want examples, as silly as it sounds, Google Images just has so many great examples of these trading patterns and what they can look like. This is what the expanded flat correction looks like. And you can see that's exactly what H-bar just did, is an expanded flat correction. So what could happen here with H-bar is a double bottom. There's a bit of a falling wedge right here. You can see a little falling wedge. So we can easily double bottom here, break out like this. And I would not personally be shocked at all to see us break out through this resistance and see a nice double bottom kind of structure here for H-bar as a result of that ABC correction. So that'd be what I'd have to say about H-bar here. Hey Dallin, with the crypto market maturing in 2025, what emerging trend or technology do you think will have the biggest impact on adoption and investment over the next year, and why? Okay, so great question, Hannah Joe. Thank you, Hannah, for your question. And absolutely, so let's go to coinmarketcap.com and talk a little bit about some of the biggest cryptos. For me, I think XRP is going to play a big role in mass adoption for crypto over the next year. So that'd be one of the top coins that I personally believe in, because I'm not super big on fundamentals. I look at charts personally, but as far as like fundamentals goes, XRP does have very strong fundamentals. They're partnered with big institutions. There's just insane amounts of volume. There's a lot of reasons that XRP is likely going to be adopted by a lot of people, including big institutions, which is what we already see. And so I do believe XRP will play a big role in mass adoption for crypto. And so that's one of my favorites. I like Cardano, I still don't know exactly. Everybody says it differently. I've looked it up too, and even when you look it up, it's like it gives you different answers depending on where you're looking. I think it's Cardano or something like that. It's like French, technically. But yeah, this is one I think will do really good in terms of adoption goes. Chainlink is one I think will do really good fundamentally. They're doing a lot. It's like really important. Chainlink is super fundamental to all of these different blockchains communicating with each other. So I think Chainlink will do good. Litecoin, I actually like Litecoin a lot. There's a lot of exciting things going on with Litecoin, big institutions accumulating Litecoin as well. So those are some of the coins. Solana, I like Solana a lot too, even more than Ethereum personally. Has a tendency to outperform Ethereum every cycle. It's not that I don't like Ethereum, but I just, in terms of which one is being adopted faster, that's kind of up for debate. You know, they have a lot of different adoption and different things. Like Ethereum has certain things that they are adopted more for, and Solana has other things that it's adopted more for. But those are both coins that I think will play a big role in mass adoption. And of course, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, even though it's worth 84,000 and a lot of general public is more apt to buy something like XRP or something that doesn't cost as much as Bitcoin, it's still, you can buy fractions of a Bitcoin and it's still playing a big role in mass adoption. So hopefully that answers your question. Are we still wrapped? Yes, stay wrapped, okay? Keep your wrapped dog. I made a post about it just the other day on my X account. So keep your wrapped dog. He's already done with BTC. No, actually, I haven't done BTC. I started with the total market cap, but I'm more than happy to do Bitcoin and Ethereum for you. Bounce back stronger. So the ABC correction, I know I talked about this in our last stream together, but it's just so simple and so powerful. This ABC correction has saved my life over and over again, to where a lot of the majority of people were making the wrong choice. And even if I had to move wave C, like if I thought right here was wave C and we go for a slightly lower low, even if I've had to adjust my wave count for new market information, understanding this ABC correction has saved me from making bad trading decisions over and over and over again. So I would just say this expanded flat correction is a really good buy opportunity on Bitcoin down here, and I firmly believe we will see a reversal. And by the way, for you guys that don't know, we did just start our full moon phase as well, which has a tendency to see a very strong bullish reaction for Bitcoin, as opposed to the new moon that has more of a tendency to cause a drop in the markets. Let's do Ethereum. So yeah, just say keep accumulating your Bitcoin. Keep buying, keep accumulating, keep holding. And I do think we will see a very strong recovery on Bitcoin. So let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum versus the dollar. Cool. So Ethereum also did an expanded flat correction here, and a pretty brutal one. You know, A, B, and C. You can see the B wave comes up just above the top of wave 0 here. So that's an expanded flat correction here on Ethereum, probably due to our Elliott waves right here. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. So of course, we're going to get an ABC correction after 5 waves up. There was speculation as to whether this was the ABC correction right here, right? Whether that was the finished correction. But it looks like we went for a deeper correction here, so you can adjust your wave count with new market information. The cool thing about Elliott wave theory, if you're wrong with a certain wave count, you just adjust to the market information and make sure you don't sell in the bottom of wave C. Well, a lot of other people are making impulsive decisions and panic selling their coins. You're just looking at that ABC correction and you're going, you know what? I'm buying the bottom of this wave C. I don't care what people's emotions are. I don't care about their impulsive decisions. There's a reason they call it Elliott wave impulse. It's because people make impulsive decisions in the market and they panic sell their coins. And if you understand the ABC correction, even if you get the wrong wave count and have to move your correction and move your wave count a little bit, you still don't sell the bottom of wave C because you know that that's the best possible buying opportunity you can have. So what I think can happen here with Ethereum is a big V-shaped recovery here. So I'd be looking for a V-shaped recovery here on Ethereum. So definitely don't let the impulsive decisions of the crowd affect your analysis. Just keep buying, keep holding, keep accumulating. We have a falling wedge here. We have a complete Elliott wave cycle. I think this thing is going to turn around. You know, we're on major support. The worst thing you can do is sell support. Never, ever, ever sell support. I know it sounds like, when the market's going down, I know it sounds like the right choice in terms of your emotions to sell. But if you're landing on a major support level, the whales are buying. You know, the market makers, they're buying that level. And there's a reason they're called the market makers. It's because they play those important levels. And when they play those important levels, they have enough liquidity, and all the big whales are looking at the same thing, even if they come to that conclusion through different means. All the big whales are getting to the, you know, they're looking at the same areas to buy or to sell, even if they have different strategies to find that area. So that's where the liquidity is. That's where the big money is putting their money in. And that's true for Ethereum. You know, that's just how it is. So, and XPR network or Proton will fundamentally disrupt the system along with XRP and XLM. Yes. Yep. For sure. XPR is awesome. XRP, XLM. I like XLM too. XLM is awesome. XRP/BTC looks ripe for a leg up. I agree. XRP BTC is so oversold. That's the thing, you guys. Like these altcoin pairs are so ready to just take off. I mean, look at this thing. Look how oversold this thing is in the big picture. Every time we've ever came down to these big picture support levels, we've seen powerful vertical moves off of those levels. Just straight vertical moves every single time. And we've been down here for quite some time. And this area right here that we're in right now is kind of a lot like this right here that happened right here. It's really a repeat of the same thing all over again. So I think we will see a big, strong, bullish move on XRP versus Bitcoin and a lot of the other altcoins as well versus Bitcoin. That doesn't mean I'm not super duper bullish on Bitcoin. I am. But it does mean that overall these altcoin pairs are ready to start taking off. A lot of them are, including XRP BTC. So I'm glad you brought that up, Legend League. Looks like some volume kicking in on the rappening. Yes. Yeah, you guys, I've been telling you Rap Dog is going to take off. It's only a matter of time. You know, it's seriously only a matter of time. Look at that volume. This thing is, it's a sleeping giant ready to just wake up and blow people away. So don't give up on your Wrapped Dog if you've been accumulating Wrapped Dog, like I have. Give us a list of stocks you're bullish on besides ExxonMobil. Yeah, so honestly, I don't trade stocks. I do analyze them. I have traded them in the past. One stock I can tell you for sure I'm bullish on is Tesla. Tesla is a good stock to be buying right now. Let's take a look at this chart. So with Tesla here, it's very similar to basically what happened with ExxonMobil in terms of the market cycle. This is the first sell-off of the market cycle here. We broke bullish out of a triangle. And just in terms of the market cycle, we're really at where silver was right here. So let's pull these two charts up and kind of... People don't realize just how much markets can expand. They can break out, have massive corrections, and then completely recover and just keep expanding. And it's hard sometimes to see that because it's just easy for people to be a little bit cynical and skeptical towards the markets. But I'm telling you right now, you have to understand that the crypto markets or even the stock market, they can expand really high. They can go way higher than you think they can. And for me personally, Tesla is a lot like silver during this first sell-off pattern right here, where we have not had that euphoric blow-off top that will cause a massive correction in this. And I think we could be bullish over the next 5 years. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla hit $1,000 before it sees a major bear market like silver did. So that's my personal view on Tesla. Do I have a big list of stocks? No. Do I analyze stocks because of its importance to the crypto markets? Yes. Am I bullish on stocks? Yes, I am bullish on stocks. Cool. Oh, sweet. We've already had 140 viewers today. Thank you, guys. That is awesome. Let's do some XPR analysis. Since Crystal brought it up, let's do some XPR analysis here. So, cool. Yeah, I love to see this, you guys. This is exactly what I like to see. I love to see a massive crash in the big picture because that's, you know, we can use silver even as an example here of what a market cycle looks like. I don't even have to go find a crypto to compare it to because markets are fractal and it seriously doesn't even matter half the time whether you're looking at a stock or a crypto. You can find examples of what market cycles like to do. So when it comes to XPR, I think we could see a big bullish run here. I'm not saying it's going to go up forever, and I'm not even saying it can sustain past the old all-time high for like a super long time or anything, but I could easily see a big run up here in XPR, a big run up to a new local high or a new all-time high, and definitely a breakout to a new local high here in the short term. This is a very common structure that markets make, big rounded bottoms, and when they start to bottom out, it does take a little bit of time for them to build momentum, but once they really start to take off, they go vertical. And you don't want to be on the wrong side of that. You don't want to sell. You want to be buying as much as you can at the bottom of these accumulation ranges when other people are skeptical and cynical and they don't think the market's going to take off. That's the best time to buy. Happy Saturday. Can we quickly touch on the Telcoin chart? Yes. Yep. Let's do Telcoin. Telcoin on KuCoin. So really, this is honestly what I think is going to happen. I have this drawn for a reason. Again, you saw silver, right? You can have a big massive correction and a reaccumulation in the market and then see a big jump in price after that correction and reaccumulation. And this is what I firmly believe is coming for Telcoin. I firmly believe that this ABC correction right here and this reaccumulation for multiple years down here will lead to a vertical move in the market. And again, you guys, I'm not saying these coins are going to go up forever, but in the foreseeable future, I do see a lot of bullishness, and it does make me a bit indignant to see how many people are bearish just because I've seen these cycles so many times. It just makes me go, wow. Like seriously, like wow, why are you guys doing that? Like come on, just buy the dip. Just buy the dip. It's so simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it to be profitable in these markets. What do you think about ICP, mate? Yeah, let's check out ICP, hunk. ICP. So, same thing again. This is a very typical pattern that markets make. Huge crash, downward movement like this, and then reaccumulation. You generally will see volume coming in down here in the reaccumulation part of it. And then the market will see a run. And how high that run goes, there's different ways you can look for that and figure that out. But when you see a market do a huge crash and then the whales start accumulating it and picking it up at dirt cheap prices, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that. Just keep buying, keep accumulating, because most likely it's going to have a run. How big that run is, that's a whole thing in itself. That depends on different factors. You can use Fibonacci extensions to figure stuff like that out. There can be different catalysts in the market that make it go higher or lower. But overall, you just have to understand that when you get this huge crash in the market like this, and you see volume coming into the market, expect a reversal, expect a turnaround. This is a very common structure that markets make. So that's what I have to say about ICP. Base C, how about Litecoin? Yes, let's do Litecoin. Litecoin versus the dollar. So, look at this accumulation. This is an 8-year long accumulation, you guys. A huge multi-year accumulation for Litecoin. The reason it hasn't broke out of this big range is because it's an accumulation pattern. That's what this is an accumulation. And yeah, of course it's going to go back up to those old highs and reject because it's being accumulated. But it can't accumulate forever. There's a certain point where the market has to break out from all of that accumulation, where it has to start to take off. Because it's been building up the strength to do so. It's been, again, accumulated by the big whales and the big players. And so it's really been ready to do this for a long time. Litecoin has, and it's been preparing for a big breakout. So I think we will break above the old all-time high, and we will with strength and confidence, and we will see a big bull market based on this multi-year accumulation on Litecoin. Beautiful multi-year accumulation here. We also have a bit of a triangle structure you can see here with Litecoin. And yes, I know I'm ignoring those wicks. You can draw it like this too if you want to. But there is a triangle structure here with Litecoin, and I think we will see a big breakout for Litecoin. The other thing that it's doing here is, first of all, a big shakeout. You can see we had a big shakeout again in the short term. But over here, even in the little bit of a bigger time frame, like let's go to the 4-day here. No, let's even go higher. Let's go to the 8-day. And we'll go like this. Okay. So again, you guys, this is another good example. Here we have silver on the right, Litecoin on the left. And you can see that the way markets move is when they're undervalued in the big picture, after these big corrections like this, you basically just want to pick up as much as you possibly can. Because when it turns around, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very profitable and lucrative, Probably for me, the most perfect example of kind of what I think is going to happen here for Litecoin would be to compare Litecoin to Bitcoin in 2015. So here's 2015 Bitcoin, and here's Litecoin on the left. And you can just see just how perfect that ABC correction is over here on Litecoin, and how perfect that ABC correction is over here on Bitcoin during the 2015 correction on Bitcoin. And then again, the reaccumulation pattern down here, where you see that reaccumulation. Cool. So we've got Litecoin done. All right, let's do some analysis on XRP. I haven't done XRP today, and I want to. XRP looks really good, you guys. Way good. Definitely don't sell. Seriously, don't sell your XRP. Don't sell anything. The best possible thing you could be doing right now is picking up crypto. Like, the risk to reward ratios on all of these things favors buying, not selling. So let's check out XRP here. So we have our horizontal support level right here on XRP. And we'll make this a little bit bigger here so it's easy to see. We came back down onto this horizontal support level, which, by the way, every time we've tested this horizontal support level, we've seen a strong bullish reaction, and we just tested it again. And we're already starting to see a nice bullish reaction off of that support level. The way markets move, you guys, you have to understand the markets move in legs. And inside of those legs, or after those legs, you always have a correction afterwards. So you get a big leg up in the market, and then you have a correction, and then you get another leg up in the market. And it looks like this. Leg up, correction, leg up, correction, leg up, correction. And so whenever you get a big leg up like this, the trend is your friend. You want to expect another big leg up. You want to be planning for that. And that's exactly what XRP just did right here. Big leg up, correction, and I believe we're going to see another big leg up here on XRP up to a new local high and a new all-time high for XRP. So don't give up on your XRP, guys. If you're an XRP holder, if you're big on XRP, you're doing the right thing. Just keep holding it. It's still in a triangle here as well. You can see it even looks better now that it came back down to this support level one more time. So this is an even more clear triangle shape that we're forming here on XRP. So I could see something like that happen easily for XRP. And it's the same thing that it did, by the way, back in the day in 2017, where I personally had a lot of fun trading XRP because of just how awesome it was to be in the crypto markets in 2017 during the massive bull market that we saw, right? But in 2017, the same thing happened, you guys. We had a big initial leg up here, and then what did we have? After that leg up, we had to have a correction, and it was a triangle pattern. And XRP today looks a lot like this, the same kind of thing. A little bit different, but history doesn't repeat itself, it often rhymes. You know, I'm paraphrasing Mark Twain, but history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So there's a very similar attitude today as what happened back there in 2017, where we had a leg up in the market, and then we had a triangle pattern form, and then we get another big leg up in the market, right? What do you think about BNB? Hold on just a second, you guys. Let me get some water. Okay, let's do some BNB analysis here. So, Binance Coin. Binance is one of my personal favorites as far as exchange tokens go. I love Binance. I use Binance as a platform, so I really like Binance Coin as well. And this thing is a perfect example of what I was teaching at the beginning of the stream with first sell-off patterns. That's what this thing did. This is the first sell-off in a new cycle right here. And again, like I showed you with XRP just a second ago, how XRP had a big leg up in 2017, then it did a triangle, and then broke out. That was the first sell-off pattern of XRP. The first sell-off happens in every cycle. And it's super powerful to know that because most people get shaken out on the first sell-off. Most people sell their crypto and expect a big bear market on the first sell-off. Before the big euphoria comes in the market, they sell their coins because, you know, they get thinking that it's going to go lower. But this right here, this first sell-off pattern in the market is one of the best places to buy. Right here, that first sell-off. before the media attention, before enthusiasm, greed, and delusion, if you can buy in that first sell-off pattern, you're good to go. And that's exactly what happened to XRP in 2017, like I was just showing you, but also what's basically happening to XRP right now, and what already happened to Binance Coin right here. This is a huge first sell-off pattern and a new market cycle. So really, this thing is set up for a lot more growth. This thing is set up for a lot more upside before I consider it to be overvalued, before I consider it to be something where a bear market could come. Here's Bitcoin, right? Again, here's the example of the first sell-off pattern on Bitcoin. That was an 80% decline. Imagine how many people panic sold their Bitcoin because they thought it was done. They thought the market was over and that it wasn't going to go higher. And then a huge pump came right after. So those first sell-off patterns, a lot of times people sell, and then they even still, because this is disbelief, because it's not even, it hasn't even really taken off yet, a lot of people are still going to be in disbelief that we're going to see a big pump in the market. But I could easily see Binance Coin hitting $2,500 before it tops out. Easily. See it go up to $2,500 here per coin. So, you know, it's just powerful to understand that first sell-off of the market cycle, because it helps you overcome what most people do, which again, what most people do is they sell their crypto or their stock or whatever they're trading at that time where that first sell-off pattern actually occurs, right? Silver. Silver futures. SI. 8-day. Here we go. Let's pull up silver here, and we'll keep Binance Coin right here. We'll do a little bit of a bigger time frame here on Binance Coin. Yeah, so see right here on Binance Coin, and then see right here on silver. What we have not yet had for Binance Coin is that kind of parabolic run where we go up to a new all-time high, and we have that euphoria phase of the cycle and get overvalued, and then a big bear market can come. We haven't had that yet. We're really right here for Binance Coin, where we just are barely starting to break out of that first sell-off pattern before we go into euphoria, optimism, you know, all of the, well, optimism, thrill, euphoria, all the different parts of the market cycle that comes after that. So that's what I see coming for Binance Coin. I appreciate the info. When do you think the market will peak? April, May, towards the end of the year? I don't know. I'm using my personal market strategy based on price and targets that I have based on Fibonacci extensions. How long it takes to get there is debatable. A lot of people have different ideas about four-year cycles, about, you know, the way the market's gonna move as we progress through the cycle that we're headed into. For me personally, you guys, I think this could last longer than people think. There's a reason there's so much resistance to a big bull market coming, and so many people that think we're gonna just not, that this isn't gonna happen. You know, there's always gonna be a lot of people that doubt before a big thing happens. It's just the way humans are. And so because of that, for me personally, I think we will see a big move up in the market, and it could last 2-3 years. Who knows? It could last a year maybe. I'm using price targets. You know, if Bitcoin goes up to 250K, I'm going to be pretty skeptical of buying. I'd be way more apt to sell crypto when Bitcoin's at those levels, you know, or Binance Coin. If it gets up to 2,000 or 2,500 per coin, I would not be buying it, you know. So I'm personally kind of using price as a way to factor those points where I'm taking profits. Final chart, near. Yeah, let's check out near. There we go. Yeah, so this one, all right, this one is really cool. I love this, by the way. I love this example of the market cycle. First thing you guys want to notice here, we can take the histogram off here. Oops, there we go. We can, or not take the histogram, we can take the signal lines off and keep the histogram on here. And you can see bullish histogram divergence. So this is really powerful to understand and to look at in these markets, is bullish histogram divergence. And that's what we see here with near. We can see a low and a lower low, but the MACD made a low and a higher low on the histogram. So that's bullish histogram divergence. The other part of this that you can see here is we are actually in the disbelief phase of the cycle. So we had, in terms of our market cycle, we have our first sell-off pattern right here, our euphoric run up here, our bull trap, and then we come back down to depression right here, and we break out for the suckers rally, and this is the disbelief phase of the cycle. So most people are going to be in disbelief that a new cycle will start. They're going to be skeptical, wondering, well, there's no way this could happen. That's because they are actually in the disbelief phase of the cycle. So 90% of investors will be feeling disbelief. So if you're feeling that way right now, that's okay. Just look at the cycle, stay rational, and pick up more crypto. Stack sats and stay humble, as my little brother likes to say. You know? So, let's see. Just as a really good example here too, of how these markets can look when they do see a reversal in the market. Let's pull up Amazon here and just look at, because Amazon had an internet bubble back in the day, right? It was part of the internet bubble. So it behaved a lot like how these cryptos do right now. Back in the internet bubble, Amazon is a really good study. If you want to study these cycles, it's a really good study to understand the psychology of the market. So you can see here with Amazon, during the internet bubble here, huge pump in the market, huge crash all the way back down to support. People freak out, big recovery in the market, and then disbelief phase, right? And to be honest with you, near is exactly like that. I mean, it's the same human psychology all over again. The same exact thing. And no, I'm not saying near is the next Amazon, but I am saying that in terms of being undervalued, in terms of where we're at in the cycle, it is very undervalued. It is ready for a big move, and I firmly believe that here with Near Protocol. And you can see we have bullish divergence here on the histogram on Amazon. When Amazon did this ABC correction right here, wave A, wave B, and wave C, and look what we have over here on Near Protocol. The exact same thing. It's the same thing, you guys. There's no difference here. In terms of human psychology, you can see it's the same thing. Bullish divergence on the histogram and ABC correction back down. We're in the disbelief phase of the cycle, so I think we will see a strong recovery here for Near Protocol. Is it Near Protocol or just Near? I forget. I'm not sure on that one. Cool. Sweet. So let's talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a personal favorite of mine and one that I'm holding a lot of. Then we'll talk about Theta as well and where I think Theta could go from here. So no, you guys, for the people that are wondering if Dogecoin will go into a bear market, no. This is like the best buying opportunity we've had since our all-time low or the bottom of the summer correction. You know, you couldn't get a better buying opportunity than right here, or right now. So just keep that in mind. Look how oversold we are, you guys. We are so oversold. And the fear and greed index, everybody forgot about the fear and greed index, right? Because they're using news and other dumb things to try to predict the market instead of actual real technical analysis like how a professional does. And everybody's so focused on all the wrong things and all the FUD and getting fearful about the stock market and all this dumb stuff that they forgot that the fear and greed index like a week ago, you guys, a couple weeks ago, was the lowest it's been since the absolute bottom on Bitcoin in 2022. When Bitcoin hit 16K in 2022, right before it broke out towards 100K, the fear and greed index was this low. We are at those levels again. You know, we've had a bit of a recovery on the fear and greed over the past week, but we're still in fear. And we hadn't seen this crash right here that happened in March a couple weeks ago, a week or so ago. This crash was the lowest the fear levels, the fear and greed index, we were in extreme fear. So we were at that area that we were at way back here at the bottom in 2022. Right here in 2022, this was like max fear. And right here, same thing again, max fear. Totally oversold. So yeah, I think Dogecoin is going to blow people completely away. And I hold firm to that. I hold true to that. I was bullish on Dogecoin right here before we pumped up, and I'm not going to change that now. I was bullish on Dogecoin down here before we pumped, all the way up here. You know, I've been bullish on this for a long time for a reason, and nothing has changed, and I'm not about to change my thesis now. I'm not about to just flip and do something different. You know, it's bullish, you guys. This thing is ready to take off. Look at this ABC correction here. Look at this. A, B, and C. Perfect, beautiful ABC zigzag correction. This is like the best possible time that you could buy Dogecoin. Look at all that bullish divergence. Lower lows, higher lows. Perfect. This is like a perfect setup for Dogecoin. Like absolutely perfect. So I love Dogecoin. I think it will see a lot of upside. Now let's talk about Theta, and then it looks like we have another request in the live chat that I'll run over. So Theta did an ABC correction as well. Wave A, Wave B, and Wave C. Don't sell the bottom of an ABC correction. It's like the worst thing you can do. Like the absolute worst possible thing you could do is sell the bottom of an ABC correction. But for some reason, a lot of people do it because they think that the market's going to go lower, and they listen to their fears rather than their faith. And that's not a very smart thing to do in life. And you can see, like, imagine the people that panic sold their Theta right here at 49 cents right before it recovered all the way back up to $3.60. You know, don't sell. You just don't sell during times like this. This is blood in the streets. What does Warren Buffett say? Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. And we are in extreme fear last week. Extreme fear on the fear and greed index, just like 2022 when we bottomed out on Bitcoin. So I really firmly believe we will see a strong reversal here on Theta. Also, we have Wave 1, Wave 2. We're ready for Wave 3. We're ready for our next bullish Elliott wave impulse wave. So that's my view on Theta. Story protocol. Let's do story protocol. Story protocol. Story. Oh, okay. This thing is looking kind of bullish. This thing has had some strength here. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a smaller time frame. Like we'll go with the 12-hour here. Yeah, so overall I like this, you know. Overall I really like this setup here. It's leading a big breakout here. So you can see there's been a lot of strength. Even when other stuff was crashing, it didn't really crash. Story protocol didn't. So that's a sign of strength. And yeah, and by the way, if something crashes during a correction, it doesn't mean it's like magically not going to pump. It's just, you know, some coins will hold better through corrections than others. So this right here with story protocol, this is a triangle breakout pattern here that we have. It can come back down. It's very common to have these triangle breakouts come back down to major support and then go like that and go higher. But yeah, I would say that I definitely lean towards this being bullish here with Story Protocol. I definitely think we could see a nice reversal here and a breakout even above this $9 level as a result of this triangle, which is a continuation pattern, by the way. Triangles are continuation patterns. So I think we will see continuation here on Story Protocol. If you have time, can you also cover XLM? Yes, I am happy to cover XLM for you. Let's pull up XLM. XLM versus the dollar here. Look at that. Look how perfect that ABC correction is. Does it get any better than that? No, it doesn't. Look how perfect that is. A, B, C. That's a perfect zigzag ABC correction. Zigzag ABC correction. That's what this is, you guys. It's a zigzag ABC correction. One of the best. This pattern has over 76% probability. So you're not just, Elliott wave is not just guessing. It's not guesswork. There's actually rules to Elliott waves. And if it doesn't fit those rules, like if you're counting an Elliott wave count and it doesn't fit those rules, then you can confidently say that that's the wrong Elliott wave count. But here with XLM, this fits every single rule in the book perfectly. And this is a perfect example of a zigzag correction, of an ABC zigzag correction. With bullish divergence on the histogram down here, we have bullish divergence. See? Really bullish because of that. I love this ABC correction. A lot of times they don't look this perfect and this clear, but this one is perfect and clear, which is a strong sign. A lot of this stuff, there's a, if you're learning about technical analysis, a lot of times they tell you look for those patterns that are really clear and really evident and easy to see, and textbook examples of those patterns. And if you can find a textbook example of those patterns within the market to where it looks just like what you're seeing in the textbook, then that's a really good sign. That's a really good sign that you should play that coin. If there's low liquidity and it's like all crazy looking and it doesn't clearly paint the patterns, maybe you shouldn't trade it. You don't even know what's going on, So trade the ones where you get clear trading patterns. And there's also a wedge here. There's also a falling wedge here for XLM. So that's a bullish reversal pattern, that falling wedge is. And again, markets move in legs, you guys. They pump up, then they have a correction, then they pump up again for another leg up, then they have a correction, then they pump up again. That's the way markets move. So whenever you see a big pump up, the trend is your friend. You want to try to accumulate those corrections because they're going to provide the best buying opportunities that you can get before the next leg up happens in the market. So that, I think XLM in its next leg can hit $1. It can easily go up towards $1 here in its next leg up. Hey, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that donation. Thank you so much for that. It's such a good project fundamentally too. Yeah. No, it truly is. Yeah, it truly is. 100% true. Cool. Thank you guys for all of your requests today and for taking some time to tune in to my live stream. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and play my guitar for you guys a little bit because I want to. And it's kind of become a tradition now that I do this. First, it just became somebody saw my guitar in the background and they were like, hey, Dallin, you should play guitar for us. And then I played guitar. And then now it's like a tradition where almost every single live stream, somebody requests that I play my guitar. So even though I didn't see anybody request for this live stream, I am going to play my guitar for you, play one song, and yeah, maybe two if we get encore, because sometimes I get encore from you guys. And yeah, let's do this. Let's go to documents. Welcome everybody. I see some more people tuning in right now, so thank you guys for tuning in. Cool. So let's do this. Where is it? Let me find a... Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do two songs actually today. We're going to do our classic, highly requested, truly loved song that always makes it so I don't get my ad revenue, but I don't really care because, you know, it's so fun to play this song. I don't care about ad revenue. But it technically is like a Beatles song. So even though I changed the lyrics, YouTube is like, hey, you can't sing that without me taking your ad revenue. So whatever, right? But hey, honestly, making you guys happy with my music probably will end up making me way more money than ad revenue ever would anyways, right? So, hey, it's all good. Oops, that's the wrong. I played in this key. The moon, do-do-do-do. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold crypto winter. Little darling, it feels like years since a bull market was here. Here comes the moon, do-do-do-do. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, the gains are returning to our portfolios. Little darling, it seems like years since I made 100x. Here comes the moon, here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. There you go, there's Here Comes the Moon, one of my all-time favorite cover songs that I've made. I rewrote parody, I guess it's called a parody song. You know, because that's what it's called in crypto when the markets go up. It's called mooning. So why would I sing Here Comes the Sun when I'm bullish on the crypto markets and I can sing Here Comes the Moon, baby? You know what I mean? Allison Redfield, love this. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Will you please do Velo price prediction video? I have not made a Velo video in a long time. I actually really like that idea. Let me take a picture, actually, of your suggestion here so that I can make sure to remember to do that. I would love to talk about Velo price predictions. Cool. All right, here's a song. This is one of my favorite songs ever. It's called Disciple of Christ. And yeah, so this is one of my favorite songs. It's really touched my heart many, many times, lifted my spirit, helped me see life in a very positive light, and given me a lot of confidence and faith even during harder times. So I'm going to go ahead and play Disciple of Christ for you guys. Oops, wrong chord progression. That's for a different song. lift my eyes to the rising sun. He is the Prince of Peace. He steadies my soul. I am his hands and feet. The whole world will know I'm a disciple of Christ, and I will never leave him. He is the truth and the life. He's the strength in my weakness. I will shine till the whole world sees. He's the light that will set us free. Oh, I'm a disciple of Christ. Out of all the paths that I could take, giving him my life was the only way. He is my fire by night, the air in each breath. So I'll stand and testify again and again. I'm a disciple of Christ, and I will never leave him. He is the truth and the life. He's the strength in my weakness. I will shine till the whole world sees. He's the light that will set us free. Oh, I'm a disciple of Christ, a disciple of Christ. There you go. I'm a disciple of Christ. I love that song. So good. It's called Disciple of Christ. And yeah, I love doing these live streams. It's so much fun to see you guys ask different questions. You got a lot of good questions asked, to see your requests for different coins. It's just so much fun to do these live streams. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to tune into today's live stream. And yeah, excited about the future. The future holds good things, you guys. We're going to have a lot of big things coming for crypto. I firmly believe that. So don't lose faith. Keep your faith. Never be discouraged, ever. Never be discouraged. Even if the worst things in your life possibly could happen, Christ will lift you higher. And I testify of that. So thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and live streams. And as always, stay profitable out there.